The first punch that almost killed Christy Martin did not come from a rival inside the ring. It came from the man who once promised to protect her. And by the time she realized that love had turned into a weapon, escape was already a fight for her life. This is not a sports story. This is a survival story. Christy grows up in a small, rough town where life decides your limits before you even understand them. You work hard, you stay silent, you accept what you are given. But from a young age, Christy feels something burning inside her. She doesn't know how to explain it. She only knows she doesn't belong in a quiet life. School doesn't understand her. Society doesn't expect much from her. She is supposed to shrink herself to survive. Then boxing enters her life. The moment she steps into the ring, the noise disappears. Pain becomes honest. Fear becomes manageable. For the first time, the world makes sense. That is when she meets Jim Martin. Jim is older, louder, confident in a way that feels reassuring. He understands boxing, money, fame. He knows how to spot hunger in someone's eyes. And when he looks at Christy, he sees potential, raw, dangerous potential. He offers guidance, training, opportunity. To Christy, he feels like a door opening in a hallway of closed walls. She trusts him. And that trust will slowly become the most dangerous mistake of her life. Under Jim's guidance, Christy improves fast. Her punches get sharper, her footwork smarter, her confidence grows with every fight. She starts winning, and people start watching. A woman in a man's sport refuses to disappear. Cameras follow her, crowds cheer her name. Christy becomes a symbol of strength. But behind the spotlight, something quietly changes. Jim is no longer just her trainer. He becomes her manager, her husband, her gatekeeper. He controls the money, the schedule, the future. At first, it feels like teamwork. Then it feels like ownership. When Christy wins, Jim takes credit. When she questions him, his mood shifts. Jealousy creeps in, disguised as concern. Arguments become louder. Silence becomes heavier. Christy starts realizing that the most dangerous fights are not announced. She is strong in the ring, but at home, strength is punished. As Christy's fame grows, her inner truth becomes impossible to ignore. She begins to understand who she is and who she is not allowed to be. Jim senses the distance. He doesn't need proof, he needs control. Suspicion turns into rage, love turns into surveillance. Christy stays. Not because she is weak, but because leaving feels more dangerous than staying. The more independent Christy becomes, the more desperate Jim grows. Control tightens, fear becomes routine. Christy starts planning escape in silence. But when an abuser feels control slipping, they do not let go. They strike. There is no crowd, no cameras, no bell to stop the fight. Jim attacks with intent to erase her. This is not anger, this is decision. Christy is stabbed, shot, left bleeding. Time slows. Breathing becomes painful, thinking becomes survival. Her body is breaking, but her will refuses to shut down. She crawls. She bleeds. She survives. Survival is not victory. Healing is slow. Pain lingers. The person she trusted most tried to end her life. Courtrooms replace boxing rings. Truth replaces silence. Jim's power collapses as the mask falls. But Christy must relive everything to move forward. And that pain cuts deeper than any punch. The film does not promise perfect healing. It offers something stronger: choice. Christy reclaims her voice, her identity, her future. She is no longer defined by the ring, and no longer trapped by Jim. She stands not because she is unbroken, but because she refused to be broken. The boxing ring represents fairness, rules, control. Abuse represents chaos, fear without limits. The film asks a painful question: how many strong people suffer silently because the world assumes strength means safety? Sometimes the bravest fight of your life is not the one the world applauds, but the one where you choose to live when someone else decided you shouldn't.